let's move down the trail here. We had a question, and that question was to talk about Buchu leaf. Buchu leaf. Buchu leaf is going to be found in my kidney bladder report. That's where you're going to find Buchu leaf. You're going to find Buchu leaf in my kidney bladder report. So I'm going to go over here to to herbalhealthreview.com. And actually, let's go somewhere we don't usually go. Let's go to Herbal Descriptions. That's my book. It's $15.95 for my book, which is a digital download. If you want the hard copy, you got to call betterhealthherbs.com, 541-791-8400. They can give you a hard copy of my book, Herbal Descriptions. But when we're talking about herbal descriptions, let's get alphabetically in here, and we're going to talk about herbs. And where is it here? About herbal tinctures, single herbs. Okay, it's a single herb. It's classified as a single herb. So I'm bringing up single herbs, and let's take a look at the definition of. Well, there's butterbur root. Let's get over here. A, B, C, D. Let's get down and find the herb Buchu leaf. Buchu leaf, a kidney bladder herb. I'm on my way. There's a lot of herbs here. Buchu leaf is, I'm almost there. There's Buchu leaf. Clicking on Buchu leaf in the herbal description report on herbalhealthreview.com, which is my book. And Buchu leaf, the botanical name is Baromosa betulina. The origin of Buchu leaf, you're going to get the best Buchu leaf from South Africa. The therapeutic actions are it's antilytic, antiseptic, it's astringent, antispasmodic, carminative, diuretic, diaphoretic, lithotriptic, stomachic, sudorific, stimulant, and it's a tonic. The nutrients in Buchu leaf are calcium, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, silicon, zinc, B1, B2, and B3. The drug interactions, well, Buchu interacts with loop diuretics, spironolactone, thiazide diuretics, and triametrine. That are the drug interactions of that with that herb. Descriptive lessons. Well, the lessons the inflammation. It lessens. It slows down inflammation in the gums, the colon, and mucous membranes. It's a specific for bladder infections. And every time you drink a cup of Buchu tea, bacteria-killing oils pass through the urinary tract. In the internal uses for Buchu, it's generally used for gravel and urinary difficulties, for weakness of the bladder, with mucus discharges, for dropsy and urine stoppage, and for diabetes in its early stages. It has been used to produce perspiration, to soothe the prostate enlargement and irritation of the urethra membrane. Suggested dosage 1 to 2 grams, 3 times a day with meals, or if you're using a tincture, 2 to 4 milliliters, 2 to 4 mils, and 3 times daily. And that is so much for product number 3143 at Health and Herbs. That's the organic Buchu leaf. So that answers that question. Where are we? Where are we? We're talking about coronavirus. We're talking about the immune system. But we need to talk about lymph nodes. Let's talk about lymph nodes here, because that and the lymphatic system. Because the lymphatic system, it's a critical part of the immune system. See, now it's right along with what we're talking about, coronavirus. Boosting up the immune system. Well, the lymphatic system is a critical part of the immune system. It's vital for protecting us from illness and damaging disease, disease-causing inflammation. Especially the lymphatic system essentially the lymphatic system is the body's inner drainage system, a network of blood vessels and lymph nodes that carry fluids from tissues around the body into the bloodstream and vice versa. The lymphatic system has the primary role of protecting the body against outside threats, such as infections like coronavirus, like bacteria, and like cancer cells, while helping keep fluid levels in balance. It's a balancer, the lymphatic system. The best way to protect the complex series of crisscrossing lymphatic vessels and nodes that span almost it spans almost the entire body. Everyone except for the central nervous system. It's not in the central nervous system. But we need to eat a healing diet. It gets back to the diet. That's the rock we stand on. That's the Make Lifestyle Changes report that gives you everything, even including an acid alkaline food chart to balance out your diet. It even gives you the whole food plant-based meal plans and recipes. It even gives you all the things you should do the first part in the morning for about 5 minutes to increase your immune system. So we're talking about immune system. The diet system, Make Lifestyle Changes, is the immune system diet system. You should call it the immune system diet. So where you start is a healing diet system that helps to detoxify the body naturally. The lymphatic vessels carry fluid that is managed through valves, little valves in your body, which stop fluid from traveling the wrong way. They just let it go in. So they open up and let it move. And what opens them up and lets it move? Ginger root. That's why I keep harping on ginger root. We've got to have ginger, garlic, cayenne, apple cider vinegar. Every day I get plenty of that. Every day. And so that pushes it through the valves. The ginger root pushes the lymphatic fluids through the valves. It pushes them through there because they only open one way. They stop the fluid from traveling the wrong way. And similar to how blood flow works within the arteries and veins, in fact, the lymphatic system is very similar to the circulatory system, made up of the branches of veins and arteries and capillaries, which both bring essential fluids around the whole body and are vital for keeping us alive. So, lymphatic system, huge. In comparison to veins, lymph vessels are much smaller. And instead of bringing blood through the body, the lymphatic system carries a liquid called lymph, lymphatic fluids, which stores our white blood cells. And the lymph is clear, and watery fluids are also it's clear and watery. It's a clear, watery fluid. And it also carries protein molecules besides carrying white blood cells. It carries white blood cells, protein molecules, salts, glucose, and other substances, along with the bacteria through the body. So that's why you got to make sure your bacteria is good. It's because it's all part of the lymphatic and all part of the immune system. In addition to the lymph vessels and nodes, the lymphatic system, also sometimes called the lymph system, includes it includes several. It includes several other organs. The tonsils, the glands located at the back of your throat that filter bacteria before digestion takes place. So when the idiot doctors who said you don't need your lymphatic, you don't need your tonsils, because that was stupid, and they did that. They would take out your tonsils. I had my tonsils taken out, so that I'll have to. So now I didn't have a filter. I didn't have a filter that filters out the filter the bacteria before digestion takes place. So the children like that are more prone to illness, because some idiot doctor said, we're going to take out your tonsils because you don't need them. Well, what he needed was another car payment for his car. That's what he needed. Now, the adenoids. We talked about the tonsils, now we're going to talk about the adenoids, which is a gland located at the back of your nose and protects the entrance of the digestive system and the lungs. It's protecting it, the adenoids. And then there's the spleen and the thymus, because it's filtering organs that scan the blood and produce white blood cells. So that's a little bit about the lymphatic system. We'll go a little bit deeper here. We're going to run into a time problem here. So how the lymphatic system works, it's a system that works to protect us from becoming sick. We come into contact with various types of microbes, bacteria, toxins every day that enter our bodies, and they make our way into the lymphatic fluid. Eventually, the fluid containing these organisms can get trapped inside the lymph nodes, which is where the immune system attacks any perceived threats by attempting to destroy them with white blood cells. Inside the lymph nodes, which looks like a small bean-shaped structure, the bacteria are filtered out and the white blood cells are produced. They're used up as part of our defensive mechanism and then replenished. Another important role of the lymphatic system is keeping bodily fluids in balance. When the lymphatic system works properly, we don't experience any painful swelling or abnormal water retention. Our blood vessels and lymphatic vessels seep fluid into and out of surrounding tissue so the fluid can be drained. Extra fluid is eliminated from the body, which stops tissues from swelling or puffing up. However, when we are sick or injured, fluids build up in the damaged area, which is why throbbing and pain occur. You probably experienced swollen lymph, especially swollen lymph nodes at some point when you've been sick, especially ones located near the throat or near the genitals, can be triggered in the armpits. It can be triggered by common infection, urinary tract infections, strep throat, colds, or sore throats. Lymph nodes are found around the body, some of the most prominent locations being the throat, the groin, the armpits, the chest, the abdomen. Lymph nodes are located close to major arteries, since the lymphatic system connects to the blood flow to keep the blood clean. Within the lymph nodes is where the immune cells are created, which are critical for fighting infections and healing wounds. So you want to know where your immune cells are created? right there in the lymph glands. The lymph nodes are able to detect when harmful organisms have made their way into the body. The lymph nodes can detect that, and it prompts them to make more infection-fighting white blood cells called lymphocytes. The lymph fluid also makes its way through the spleen and the thymus, in addition to the lymph node, before emptying into the bloodstream. The spleen is another filtering organ that is located inside the abdomen, under the diaphragm, and it has an important role within the immune system of removing dangerous microbes, balancing the fluids, and destroying old or damaged red blood cells. One of the most important jobs of the spleen is producing macrophages, B lymphocytes, and T, B like boy and T like Tom, lymphocytes, types of white blood cells that are triggered when blood cells pass through the spleen and harmful substances are detected. These engulf and destroy bacteria and remove dead cells lingering in the blood and eliminate foreign matter from the body. The thymus is located under the rib cage and has the same sort of job, filtering blood and creating or removing white blood cells. Anyway, diseases that damage the lymphatic system are chronic fatigue, swelling in lymph nodes like throat, armpits, or groin, muscle aches and pains, joint pains, sore throats, getting colds more often, frequent infections or viruses, fibromyalgia symptoms, arthritis, and even cancer formation. These are diseases that damage the lymphatic system. So what we need to know is that there are things we can do about it. We can reduce inflammation and improve circulation by eating a healthy diet, exercising, not smoking, getting enough sleep, and reducing stress are all critical to lowering oxidative stress and halting the body's natural detoxification process. The circulatory system and lymphatic system rely on one another to reduce inflammation and improve circulation. We need to follow an anti-inflammatory diet. And there are anti-inflammatory foods like green leafy vegetables and cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and berries, lots of berries. Omega-3 foods like salmon and wild seafood. Nuts and seeds, chia, flax, hemp, pumpkin, and unrefined oils like extra virgin olive oil, and you want to get it from Spain because the adulteration coming from Italy is compromising the quality of the oil that you would get from Italy. So get your olive oil from Spain. There's less adulteration coming from Spain. Unrefined oils like extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil and herb spices like ginger, turmeric, and garlic. Always in my diet. My diet is loaded with ginger, turmeric, and garlic. So that's a little bit about the lymphatic system. So that's it. We're going to move on because we've got a little bit of time left. I want to talk about one other thing, clogged arteries. So I'm going to move over here to clogged, because that's on my list. Clogged arteries. Because a lot of people don't understand that there's something you can do about clogged arteries. Everybody's getting a stroke, heart attack, and they don't know why, and they don't know what to do about it. And the doctors don't really have an answer. They give you another drug so that you can die slowly. They don't really have anything that they can help you with. But here's the answer. You go down to that common condition report on herbalhealthreview.com. When you're on herbalhealthreview.com website and you clicked on common conditions and you go down to clogged arteries, IBC, I'm almost there. There's clogged arteries, and here's what you find out. When you click on clogged arteries, you find the answer to how to unclog the arteries. Again, ginger, garlic, cayenne, the turmeric, these got to be in your diet. Coenzyme Q10, 200 milligrams. That's right. If somebody has a stroke, you tell them you've got to have 200 milligrams of CoQ10. Why not take the CoQ10 before the stroke and not have the stroke? CoQ10, 200 milligrams. It's essential because it's an element for many daily functions and is required by every single cell in the body. CoQ10, coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10, it works as an antioxidant that protects the cells from the effects of aging. CoQ10 has been used by medical practitioners for decades, especially in the cases treating heart problems, because it oxygenates every cell in the body. CoQ10, heart problems, clogged arteries, and then garlic. But here is the key. The key to clogged arteries is called nattokinase. Nattokinase is a powerful proteolytic enzyme that has fibrinolytic health benefits. Nattokinase, it's an enzyme. Came Japanese, from soy miso. That's it. Soy miso is loaded with nattokinase. It's best known as a fibrinolytic anti-clotting capacity, because it can reduce clotting better than anything else, including your own plasma. It's 4 times stronger than what your body makes, which is called plasma, which is fibrinolytic, to help to break down clots. It's 4 times stronger. This enzyme, it's an absolutely powerful to rejuvenate healthy fibrin metabolism and reduce blood clotting, thus making it an extremely, I'll say it again, extremely powerful, all-natural enzymatic support, which may aid in deterring both heart disease and stroke. Nattokinase has also been scientifically proven to offer relief from joint swelling. Got joint swelling? Nattokinase. As many of you know, cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death for both men and women. And as we age, fibrinogen levels, blood clotting potential, and the enzymes that help dissolve clots actually lower. The older you get, the less of these you have. So what is nattokinase? Nattokinase. Traditionally, nattokinase was extracted from natto, which is a fermented soy-based food found readily in Japan. It's in Japanese cuisine and culture. They use it all the time. For thousands of years. The organism that produces nattokinase is made by a fermentation process which incorporates the bacteria Bacillus subtilis. And it was discovered in Japan by research scientist Dr. Haruki Sumi, who was looking for a natural remedy for dissolving blood clots related to heart attacks and stroke. And how does it work? Nattokinase is a fibrolytic protease, which by nature is an enzyme whose basic function is to hydrolyze protein, because protein have a fairly complex organic amino acid structure, and they require these types of enzymes to break the protein down in this way. It supports a preventative and reversing effects of blood clotting and plaque buildup in the arteries. Every day, human beings eat large amounts of foods that can lead to an increase in redness and unhealthy levels of cholesterol. This sets up a paradigm which puts humans at a high risk for blood clotting, heart disease, and stroke. And nattokinase is one type of enzyme that can break down these clots by directly cleaving the bonds of the fibrin protein components, and also by hastening the production of the body's own fibrin buster, which is plasmin. And and it does it without many of the negative side effects of pharmaceutical drugs that they would use. This is better than anything that they've got. Fact is, nattokinase can also break down unwanted wastes such as toxins, cellular debris in the blood, and undigested proteins in the gut. And nattokinase, with the distinct ability to break down peptide bonds and liberate amino acids, and the proteolytic enzymes are now being studied by modern science and medicine for their clinical therapeutic use in the realm of general oncology and overall immune wellness. So there's all kinds of benefits that come from nattokinase, but we've run out of time, and now you know the answer. I'll give you one more, and it's an herb called horny goatweed. It also has an enzymatic activity that would complement nattokinase. That is my two greatest things that I know about clogged arteries is nattokinase and horny goatweed to break down these clogged arteries. Okay, that's it. We've run out of time. Let's get back to the room. Let's get over here to our favorite friend. That would be Prophet Elijah out there in Pike Road, Alabama. And his telephone number, you're going to want Prophet Elijah's telephone number, so write this down, 334-868-3881. And I want to give you one more phone number, and that is Dr. Peterman, because we've run out of time, and I would really love to get more comments from him, but we don't have time. We ran out of time. But anyway, Dr. Peterman, his website, timechallengerlabs.com. timechallengerlabs.com. His phone number, Dr. Peterman's phone number, and ask him about mitochondrial advantage and some of the and that resveratrol and some of the other great products he has. His telephone number is 512-252-8415. That's Dr. Peterman, 512-252-8415. And last but not least, my telephone number is 503-362-5899. 503-362-5899. Did I say 99? 503-362-5899. And the telephone number for Health and Herbs out there, and I laugh at myself when I make mistakes. Anyway, Health and Herbs out there in Albany, Oregon, and Houston, Texas. Their telephone number is 514. Whoops, wait a minute. I gotta back up here. It's 541-791-8400. Health and Herbs is 541-791-8400. Their website is betterhealthherbs.com. They make the 14,000 natural remedies I created in the last 59 years. Health Herbs is betterhealthherbs.com, 541-791-8400. Let's make our way back to the conference, and let's make our way back over here to Prophet Elijah, and let's go for a closing prayer. Prophet Elijah, are you there, my dear friend?
Yes, I am.
How did we do today, sir?
Oh, excellent, thorough. Everyone should be rejoicing behind what you spoke about today.
We had a lot to cover. I covered as much as I could, as quick as I could, and we come to the end of the broadcast, and I'm always looking forward to your closing prayer, and then I'm always looking forward to opening up those microphones and praising the Most High all together with everyone. So, if there's nothing else you have else to share with us, would you please share a closing prayer?
Yes, sir. Father, I just want to thank you for what was shared here tonight. I know the coronavirus is stirred up, but I thank you for what you said in your word. There would be mighty and violent earthquakes in various places, and famines and pestilence, plagues, malignant and contagious or infectious epidemics, diseases which are deadly and devastating. And there would be signs of terror and great signs from heaven. But not a hair of your head shall perish. I have told you these things so that in me you may have perfect peace and confidence. In the world you will have tribulation and trials and distress and frustration, but be of good cheer. Take courage. Be confident, certain, undaunted, for I have overcome the world. I have deprived it of its power to harm you and have conquered it for you. Your body is not made of just one part, but of many. In fact, the Father has arranged the parts in the body, every one of them, just as He wanted them to be. So I speak to your blood right now, because your blood is your lifeline. Your blood is flowing like the wellspring of life. Any chemicals that have worked their way into your body's immune system from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet are removed now, dematerialized, and gone from your body. Your sinuses and adenoids are healed. Your nasal passages are clear and breathing is normal. All mucus and phlegm has dried up and removed from your body. Your lungs, your esophagus are healed. Your lymph nodes are healed. So, Father, I thank you tonight for Dr. Berst. Once again, thank you and Dr. Tiedemann for the due diligence that you have shown to the listening audience here tonight. Those who have ears to hear, I pray that they receive answers to questions and insight to how to live a healthy life. Bishop Berst, let the Most High fight at the head of your thousands until the generation of falsehood is ended, and bring you all the riches of the world. Let Him lay the foundation of your peace forever. May He bless you from His holy abode and set you as a special jewel in the midst of the congregation of the saints. May He renew for you the covenant of the everlasting priesthood and sanctify you for the house and holiness. So I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity. I have become as a sounding brass or a tingling cymbal, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, And though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profits me nothing. Were you blessed by Discoveries in Health Ministry this evening? If so, tell someone you know who may be blessed also. Bless Dr. Berst in return. Pray about sowing into this ministry so Dr. Berst may be able to keep offering this information freely to many. Be ever so kind to let Dr. Berst know that his time is not used in vain. Show him your appreciation for all that he does, whether it's in word or financial support. A workman is worthy of his hire, which is 2 hours of his time each week. Bless him, and you shall be blessed in return also. So be it.
So be it in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior, Yeshua. All praises to Ahia, Ashar, Ahia. I am that I am, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jesus Christ. All praises to the Most High. So be it. Amen. Let us open the microphone. And thank you again, Prophet Elijah. And we'll talk with you next week. Let's open up the microphone so that we all can praise the Most High together. I love this part too. All right, what we got over there? I gotta go up. Come on. There it is. Unmuting all the microphones. And they started to unmute very slowly here. They're unmuting. All praises to the Most High, brothers and sisters. All praises to the Most High. Bless you. Bless your families. All praises to the Most High.
To bless you. Thank you. All praises. All praises. Thank you, Father.
Much love and respect to everyone.
All praises. All praises.